"Aren't you too old for this?" Has that phrase somehow become your catchphrase? Aren't you conveniently using it as an excuse for giving up or compromising? Nonsense. Youth isn't about age. As long as you keep challenging yourself, life itself entirely becomes youth. Many people mistakenly believe that youth is just a single, sweet, and poignant season in life. But that's a fundamental mistake. Youth isn't a word that refers to being young or immature itself. Youth, you see, is the very attitude of clashing fiercely with the world and winning it for yourself. So, even though there's a period of youth, it's possible for your entire life to be a period of youth. Even when you see a fully bloomed flower, you feel that regret, that thirst, thinking you haven't blossomed like that flower yet. It's from that thirst that a new drive ignites. That's where youth begins, you see. So discard thoughts like, "I never had a youth," or "My life was incomplete." Is there even such a thing as completion in this world in the first place? Completed is just what others arbitrarily decide using trivial worldly standards. Truly living means starting with the premise that you are immature. Everyone remains immature until they die. You must not forget that. Isn't that immaturity itself your infinite potential? The passion of youth often involves destruction, you see, against the common sense built by adults, the rules of society and their hopelessly impure nature. A passion burning in your blood and flesh screams no. That scream wounds others, and most of all, it deeply wounds yourself. But that's okay. Isn't that good enough? That pain is proof that you're alive, proof of your youth, throwing yourself, mind and body, into chaotic possibilities and challenges, raw and unadorned. Those very moments are youth. Young people can passionately burst forth precisely because they believe they are immature. It's the same with dressing eccentrically in town or embarking on reckless adventures. Isn't it an expression of an instinctive desire to find an unknown self, not your current self, by daring to deviate from common sense? You struggle to discover yourself amidst the extreme contradiction of becoming either a hero or a clown. And here's the biggest problem, you see. Eventually, you get worn out from being repelled and hurt by the enormous monster that is society, and you give up on yourself thinking, "Oh, it's no use." You stop framing your abilities thinking, "I'm just this much after all." At that moment of resignation, your youth dies. Formal adults are born who abandon imagination and pigeonhole others as easily understood. So remember this. As long as you don't box yourself in and don't frame yourself or the world, youth is eternally yours. Age doesn't matter. So what exactly is the old age that lies beyond losing your youth? This too is widely misunderstood. Old age isn't merely a physiological phenomenon, it's an extremely socio-psychological phenomenon. The moment a person stops challenging life, they become old. In this massive, ruthless system society that values only productive efficiency and rationality as standards, people who have lost their value as productive forces are nothing but a nuisance. And society silences these people who are neither truly alive nor truly dead with the deception of respect for the elderly, and awkwardly puts them on a pedestal. But isn't such a value system precisely what diminishes the true way of human living? Accepting the label of old person that others have placed on you and settling into it. Isn't that ultimately just an excuse to escape your own responsibility and succumb to fate? People who fit themselves into others' measures grow old. Decide to stay young. If you do, you can remain young forever. Old age and remaining years. Don't arbitrarily cut off your life with such words. The concept of family is also a major enemy. Your child gets married and you have grandchildren. At that moment, you arbitrarily change your image from father to grandfather and convince yourself that it's a generational change. That's how people rapidly grow old, but if you were living freely and alone, you wouldn't even have such a trigger to grow old. You must clearly distinguish between physiological aging and human aging. Listen carefully. Birthdays are dark. Human life isn't meant to be driven by the accidental recurrence of dates on a calendar. It's meant to be reborn anew every day and to burst forth with vitality. Isn't every single day your birthday? After giving up on challenges and withdrawing from life, there's only a physical body driven by inertia. You can't truly say that's living. Let's consider the law that old age begins the moment you stop challenging through the story of Urashima Taro. Why did he become an old man? Because he opened the treasure box. No, that's wrong. That's merely a result. The true reason he became an old man lies much deeper. Urashima Taro was a vibrant young man, you see. What he saw when he returned from Ryugujo, the Dragon Palace, was his hometown, completely transformed in the present moment that had slipped away. He should have challenged that cruel reality with the pure eyes of a young man. To challenge, it's full of danger. That's why you dare to challenge. Precisely there, a sense of life, a surge of vitality should have risen up, truly embodying youth itself. But what did he do? His heart weakened by the drastic changes around him, he stopped challenging. He abandoned the present and tried to immerse himself in the beautiful memories of the past, the days in Ryugujo like a treasure box. At that moment of giving up and abandoning the fight, he instantly became an old man. This story is a sharp warning to us living in modern society. Modern times are a world where everything moves bureaucratically like gears. In this massive system, it's difficult to live by, pursuing your own passion. That's why most people give up early, abandon the fight, and adjust themselves in society in an arbitrary way to live. If that happens, you can no longer truly say you are living. This is how the barren world full of what I call old people comes into being. The nihilism prevalent in modern times is rooted there. There must be a present in front of you that you should challenge. Are you averting your eyes from it and reaching for the treasure box of past glories or comfortable memories? What is it? The tragedy of Urashima Taro is by no means someone else's problem. It's a problem that affects everyone living in this society. Youth is the determination to affirm immaturity and continually throw yourself into the unknown. And old age is the illness born from a heart that has given up on that challenge. The words, "I'm not young anymore," are the most powerful curse that closes off your possibilities. Throw away such words today. As long as you don't stop challenging, your life can burst forth as youth any time, countless times. Stand in the center of the drama that is your life and push forward on your own 2 feet.